guys, so welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you guys are also in quarantine just like me, and you're probably struggling a lot with figuring out how to be productive, especially during these times, because I know for a lot of students, and myself included, honestly, it doesn't even feel like it's school anymore. I'm just like relaxing, like my sleep schedule is all whack, and recently I've been able to figure out how to change it, and I've really been on a much better schedule. So I thought today I would show you 7 tips on how to be productive during quarantine. And I know it's super easy for time to just slip away. The days kind of just blend together. So today I'm going to share with you 7 of my personal tips that I use to be productive during quarantine. Number 1 is to have something to look forward to in the morning. For me personally, since I'm obsessed with matcha and hojicha, in the morning I typically make myself a matcha latte because that has a little bit of caffeine in it, and I really like the matcha taste for breakfast. And I pair it out with whatever this breakfast that I want to have, whether that be avocado toast or my Special K strawberry cereal, which I've recently fallen in love with, or sometimes I have overnight oats that I prepare the night before. And all of these are really great options, and having a matcha latte really motivates me to want to get up so that I can make my drink. Nowadays in the morning, I really am craving my matcha lattes, so it really helps me to get up a lot faster. Tip number 2 is to work out in the morning. So I know a lot of you guys in quarantine, you're probably bored, you're probably snacking, you're probably eating all the time because you have nothing to do, probably baking, eating what you baked, you know, that sort of thing. And so in order for all of us, or hopefully at least most of us, to not gain too much weight over this quarantine, I highly suggest that you guys work out in the morning. And this is something that I do, which is either do a HIIT workout, or I do a leg day, or I do an upper body day, and I do abs like 3 to 4 times during the week. And of course I do have rest days, but I make those like active rest days, and I either take a walk outside or something to really try to get my body moving, because these days, honestly, I literally go from my bed to the bathroom, to the couch, then the kitchen, then back to the couch, then the kitchen, then maybe a desk, and then back to the couch. So it's really very limited amount of movement. So I highly suggest that you guys try to get some sort of workout in, whether it be doing jumping jacks, HIIT workouts. There's tons of videos online here on YouTube that you guys can follow. And I really suggest that you guys do some sort of workout in the morning so you can get the hardest part of your day over with. This leads me to my 3rd point, which is make sure you set alarms. Have a schedule and be disciplined about following it. It's really hard for me to wake up, and for the longest time I was sleeping at 4 a.m., waking up at like 12 or like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then doing the whole thing over and over again. And I somehow couldn't get myself out of the cycle because I kept sleeping at like 3, 4 a.m. Sometimes I would even sleep at 5 a.m. It was just so bad. Lately, I have finally fixed my sleep schedule. I wake up anywhere from 9 to 10, which I know is really late, but my goal is really just to wake up when it's still a 1-digit time. I am such a heavy sleeper. I like to set tons and tons of alarms. So I set it all the way from 8:30 all the way to 9:30, because sometimes I click snooze and I don't even realize it. I have no idea how that happens, but sometimes I literally hit snooze and I wake up and I'm like, hello, why didn't my alarms ring? Turns out maybe they did ring and I just like did it in my sleep. I don't know. And it really helps that in my room I do have natural lighting. So right before I go to bed, I pull up all my blinds so that I can be naturally awoken by the natural sunlight. Natural daylight is something that has been really helping me fix my sleep schedule. My next tip is to dress up and look presentable. I know it is way too easy for any of us to wake up in your pajamas and literally just start your day. It has happened to me way too many times, especially in the beginning of the quarantine, but I've soon realized that at least changing out of my clothes, putting a little bit of makeup on, it really does help to eliminate the grogginess, and it really makes me feel like I'm getting my day started on a fresh note. At least try to get into a new normal, try to put on some decent clothes, not your pajama pants. Yoga pants are fine. I like to wear yoga pants because they're really comfortable, but they're not baggy like sweatpants. I feel like sweatpants and a hoodie just make me feel like it's time to sleep. Maybe putting on a little bit of makeup, feeling refreshed for the day, doing whatever to help you really get your day started. My next tip is do not, I repeat this, do not work in bed. This has happened to me way too many times in which I wanted to, be somewhere comfortable. I don't want to do work sitting on a desk where my back is literally aching from bending over staring at my computer screen. No. I wanted to be comfortable, so I would be in bed. No, no, no. No, no, no. Being in bed is an absolute disaster because I don't know how this happens. This is just like magic. I swear, it's like this supernatural phenomenon. But sometimes I'm sitting upright in bed, you always start sitting upright in bed, you're like typing away, doing homework, whatever. And then slowly I just find myself sinking down lower and lower. I have no idea what happens. It's not like I'm consciously trying to slide lower, but somehow, sometimes I end up just falling asleep, and that is just the trap of the bed. The bed is a trap, guys. Do not ever do your work in bed. You just cannot focus there. The bed and your work should not be like mixed together. You definitely should try to separate those environments so that your mind is not confused whether you should be relaxing or whether you should be working. And I think it just creates stress, and stress is not good for your skin. So, highly recommend you guys don't do work in bed because falling asleep may be inevitable. Have a set of small tasks on your phone so that you can tick them off so that you can feel accomplished throughout the day. This is something that I personally like to do, in which I go on my phone, I make notes, and I figure out what sort of tasks that I want to accomplish during the day. Some easy things to do, like making my bed, reading one chapter of homework, finishing one homework assignment, doing the laundry, little things like that. I feel a lot of satisfaction when I'm able to accomplish a task and really tick it off on my notes list. And that makes me feel really proud and very happy. And I feel like I've done a lot during the day when maybe I haven't done a lot, but at least it seems like I've done a lot. And honestly, feeling productive half the time has to do with mental perception. Because sometimes I find that somehow the day just slips by and I just ask myself, what the hell did I even do during the day, Are you productive if you just sit around all day? No. But if you make a task of things that you want to do during the day, even if they're really little things, when you write them down and have somewhere where you can cross them off, it really helps you to feel more productive, and it really helps you feel like you've accomplished more during the day. And that's a really helpful tip that I've been doing lately to help me be accountable of what I even do during the day. This is my last tip, which is to make a list of things that you want to achieve during this quarantine. Whether it be watching new movies, whether it be watching new TV shows, whether it be trying new hobbies. Like for me, I want to play more piano. I want to rekindle that skill that I used to play all the time. I've been really into doing animations lately, so I've been playing around with that. And I've also been playing around with Photoshop and Lightroom, really just trying to use different softwares and really expand my skill set. Another thing I've been doing is cooking and baking a lot. I've also taken up watching Korean dramas again. I haven't watched Korean drama in years, and recently I just finished Sky Castle, which was really good, and I'm gonna find other Korean dramas to watch. So those are other things that are on my list of things that I want to do during this quarantine. I think having a list of things that you want to try or accomplish are really helpful so that you can remind yourself every time you look on your computer that, oh, these are things that I wanted to do. So maybe chip away at it a little bit each day. Maybe do 30 minutes of something. Maybe do 30 minutes of cooking. Find a new recipe that you want to try tomorrow, Little things like that, I think, are really important to help you be productive during quarantine so that you feel like you've learned new skill sets during quarantine, you've watched new movies during quarantine. Everyone, of course, wants different things during this quarantine, as long as you set little goals of what you want to achieve, whether it's like, I want to watch 7 new TV shows, That could be quote-unquote productive if that's what you wanted to do. If you wanted to learn a new skill set, if you wanted to learn how to use different sorts of software, if there's something that you've been wanting to do for a really long time and you haven't found the time to do it, well, now's the perfect time to do it because you can't go out anymore, you can't hang out with your friends anymore. So if anything, put that on your notes, write it down, and keep yourself accountable so every time you open your laptop, you see it, it's in your face, you're reminded of it again and again, and it will encourage you to start whatever you've been wanting to do for a really long time. So those are all of my tips that I have for you guys. I hope you guys found this video enjoyable. Give the video a thumbs up if you found any of these 7 tips helpful and if it makes you productive or more productive during this quarantine. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow me on all my social media, which is Instagram, which is @MareHeartsYou, and my Twitter, which is @MeredithMao. You can follow me on my social media so you can see behind the scenes of what I'm up to when I'm not doing YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!